There are about 104 members of the broader Stormers camp in the building. John Dobson has brought in the trophy. And why did you choose these two guys? Are they the two more articulate ones of the group?
Yeah, which is tragic given you hear them now. But Nama Kaba and Ruanel are two of our two really icons of the team.
Is it true that Shiva Diamani has not taken off his match kit yet?
Earlier in the week, he said he's not going to stop until he either meets the mayor or the president. And funny enough, the mayor has actually, they've arranged the meeting, and that is actually exactly where he is now.
Has anybody else in the squad?
He's doing like a 7-day challenge. Yeah. So I think we'll probably stop after our bus parade on Friday. But
Tell the people who are listening what the crowd does to you. You know, I mean, in the beginning, the early matches, you were playing with very few people watching you. Does it really have an impact?
Yeah, definitely it does. I think playing, I've been privileged enough to play at Newlands. Been part of a very successful Currie Cup campaign. Played a final on Newlands as well. And the people of the Western Cape, or the Stormers faithful, as we call them, they're really they're like a 16th player on the field. It's a lot of energy they provide. They're very passionate. The comments they normally shout towards the field are sometimes funny, but
you can actually hear them.
Yeah. We can hear them.
What's one of the better chirps you've heard?
No, listen.
Can't say those words on radio.
No, I won't get into it. But I mean, it's incredible, to see, when COVID hit, obviously an empty stadium, us moving to a new stadium, and we actually knew the only way that we're going to fill up the stadium was to play an attractive brand of rugby, to play winning rugby. And, what a dream season to have for your first season in a new stadium, to host a home quarter, semi and final. It's amazing to see 31,000 people in the stands going crazy. It was unbelievable.
Did you not play enough minutes to get the cap and the medal?
No. It's just safe at home.
How many games in a row did you win, John? 10, 11?
11
in a row. That very poor start to the season, second from bottom of the log, and then you play in the final and you win the final. How do you deal with the rest of the evening? How do you kind of come to terms with that news?
The odds when we started the tournament were like, I think 88-1 of the chances of us winning.
I thought of betting 10,000.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be in.
And we ended up winning that. But I think something we spoke about leading up to the game was just being rooted in the moment and staying in the moment and not thinking of lifting the trophy in the first minute.
When Dion Fourie was being interviewed as man of the match, and he was he was book and he was, and then they said the family and mentioned his family, and then the tears came, and it was obvious that playing, his 100th game, walking on the field with his family, getting to that point, getting to the final, winning the final, hugely emotional. Did you cry, Ruan?
Having my parents fly down from Joburg, and having my wife there, it's special, But if I can just think about, a person like Dobber, who's invested so much in Western Province, it's so much more than a rugby game, and to have won the first international competition for the Stormers, knowing exactly the passion Dobber's father had for that as well, So I can only imagine how proud, Dobber and them are, and obviously like the entire squad. I think afterwards, we were on the field, everybody was there. Your wife, your parents, your girlfriend, the kids, and it was just so special actually to have everybody there after achieving such a special achievement.
I spoke to him quite often in the run-up on the radio, and he was always telling me about that he was bringing us Sisyphus, and he was bringing up all these strange things. So do you guys sort of take a bet on who he's going to bring up in the Friday night chat? You look at each other with crossed eyes. What's he talking about, Nama?
Well, obviously, Dobber's a learned man.
Well, he says he is. Yeah, he says he is.
He says it's debatable sometimes, but
easy.
Obviously, like his philosophy is maybe like sometimes like inspirational history lessons that we go through. We've had like the Doverwood story a couple of times. Now
he's repeating himself. John.
And now. It's either that we're speaking about World War II legend Sailor Milan and what he stood up for, and also. But what I like most is the poetry that we also he brings in. Like he's got that poem from I think it's Dylan Thomas. Do not go gentle into the good night. And that's obviously
do not go gentle into the good night. Rage against the dying of the light. That's the way Dylan Thomas used to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You should, for a small fee, I'd come and do the Poe for you better than you do it yourself.
I would take you up on that. No, I seriously would take you up on that. I will, if you do it. How small's the fee?
And you, my father. Yeah, God, it's
That's
a beautiful
brilliant.
poem. It is an absolutely beautiful poem. So, I mean, the world is now your oyster, guys. Hey?
It's unbelievable. I think this is only the start of us. Once we've now tasted victory. We've been through a full season of a lot of lessons on and off the field. I think our name is exactly back where it needs to be, and going forward, playing in the European Cup as well. It's a lot of great opportunities. Guys probably going to come in the off season as well.
People like me definitely want our season tickets
Yeah.
renewed for the new stadium.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
John Dobson, Ruandel Namakaba, thank you very, very much, guys, and well done. Well
Thanks,
done.
John.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Afternoon Drive with John Maytham
on Cape Talk.